What's going on, everybody? Jackstar, Tristan, Toxic, Windblade, welcome. What you all up to today? Madman. Get this bad boy rolling. Thought I would bust the gun witch out today, as I just never give her enough play, and it's just a super fun hero. I need to, prior to next week's update or expansion, I need to get my hero deck redone, and I should have started on it today, but I just don't feel like it. I had kind of a hard grind the last few days getting to 2,500. What's going on, Nicholas? I actually haven't played since then. Since I recorded that run hitting 2,500. Well, I actually went to bed right after. It was really late at night. Oh, the stream's starting soon. Good lord, man. One of these days I will remember to take that off. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. Every stream starts off that way. You guys know that. Awesomeo Noob, what up? On board? Nah, I'm just doing a few solo runs today there, on board. I'm not gonna be going for too long today. As I do have some stuff I gotta get done this afternoon. Yeah, Astroneer's a really fun game. I'm going to get some more of that recorded tonight, I think. I figure we still got a week, so I'll be able to get it looks like Star Wars Battlefront 2. Why did I just upgrade those walls over there? I have no idea. Let me just hit G. Then it doesn't matter. I should have time to get that Star Wars Battlefront 2 series as well. I won't be able to get it all edited and uploaded by then, but I should be able to get it all recorded before the update gets here. What's going on there, Austin? Mitchell? Wise Wolf? Couldn't find the inspiration to grind 10 Ascension today. Yeah, you gotta want it. Either that or, you know, I've already watched the entirety of Game of Thrones twice, and actually started my third Game of Thrones run a couple of days ago, so I was playing a lot of semi-AFK, but in the last few days made it through the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones again. Six days left, that's right. Well, I mean, even here, I mean, by time itself, not time zones, but just straight up time, it's probably, I'm gonna say, 6 days and 18 hours is my guess. Oh, whoa, what's up with that? Little lag spikes there. Let's see what was going on there. Hope it's not another stupid Windows update. Definitely got a little rubber bandy there. Why use the wings? They don't match with this skin at all. It's my favorite Gunwitch skin. I usually never have any rubber banding at all. When I'm playing on one of the US servers, I don't anyway. But oh yeah, I just got it right there. What's up, Minders? Long time no see. You gonna come back and play a little Onslaught there, Minders? When it releases next week? I'm hoping that the Onslaught floor you have to get to Prestige isn't too high. I really want to try to prestige on the first day. Of course, if the floor requirement is really, really high, it might take longer than a day to get there. But we'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, it's a fun gun. I don't get the best DPS numbers with this gun, but I do enjoy it the most. I've already seen both of those there on board. What's up, Red Ghoul? My real name is Sam. Remember on board the old Onslaught game, you might have a match that takes you 14, 16 hours to run. So I ran quite a few of those long Onslaughts back in the day, binge watching various TV shows and whatnot. Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with your gear there, Austin. Or your Ascension. It's more about your gear. 70 Ascension is enough to clear Chaos 7. I mean, it would be a tough grind to get to Chaos 7 by 70, but it has been done before. The new Onslaught's not going to be like that, Mitchell. It's not going to take 10, 12 hours to finish a match. I don't know how long it's going to take to do a match, but it's based off of floors, not off of, you know, not just go as long as you can. You complete a floor and then move on to the next floor. So I'm assuming it'll be 5 waves like the current game. And then, like, you'll have save points and whatnot after you complete a certain floor or whatever. That way you can come back later. I like the new system. I mean, obviously we don't know crap about it yet, but I like the thought of it. It was always irritating in the Onslaught when you'd have a, you know, a Windows update or a game crash or some other random incident after you're 10 hours into it. I like the thought of being able to load back up to a save point. Well, in the current game, it's kind of like Monk and EV2, they're minders, but it's all about auras and beams and weapon manufacturers, or the easy peasy stuff. But that's probably not going to be the case in Onslaught, because there's going to be different lane schedules. Meaning you might have, you know, a lane that requires traps. You might have another lane that, you know, you should really build with towers or whatever. Stuck mobs up in here. Do I even have Beacon of the Storm on? I don't think I do. Dang it. There's 2501. Nice. Give me my green chest. Thank you very much. It's not a matter of best. It's more a matter of what's your favorite there, Tristan. You know, the best is whatever you enjoy playing on the most. No doubt about that. Alright, Toxic, have a good one. Thanks for swinging by. I do appreciate it. I mean, I like the Monk, the EV2. They're my favorites, but that's just, you know, just because they're my favorites don't mean they should be yours. I know other people that are big Melee fans that like the Squire and the Lavamancer quite a bit. You know, of course, the Gun Witch will be someone's favorite at all times. I'm just trying to mix it up a little with the Gun Witch today, just because I haven't played her in so long. Yeah, but you ask about meta builds, the reminders, something like that right there in Chaos 7 could not be any more meta. That's about as meta as it gets right there. Some Flame Auras and Weapon Mans. Or one or the other. Or, you know, sky's the limit. So yeah, it'll work. What do I got left? 530. It's not, you know, you have to build for the enemies that are there. You can't say my Flamar does this, where should I be? Doesn't work that way. You know, the Flamar works great and is the meta in Chaos 7, not on the other tiers. You know, you can use it in Chaos 1 and Chaos 3, Chaos 6, but 2 and 5, you definitely don't want to do Flamars. I mean, you can, but it's not the easiest way. Not taking advantage of any of my hyper shards right now, I don't think. Or no, I got mass destruction on my weapon mans, but that's the only one I'm using, I believe. Set it up so you don't have to come down here to this lane. In fact, let's just overkill it. It is officially overkilled. Nice, possessed. Now, you don't want to use speed when you get to Chaos 7 there, Minders. You'll be too close to the speed cap to get maximum benefit out of it. So, like, I use Power Transfer, Deadly Strikes, Power Transfer, and Mass Destruction is what I'm using. If I didn't have Mass Destruction, I would use Defense Crit Damage. Yeah, it looks like I do have Power Pylon on the wall. I keep that on most of my walls. Now, it doesn't stack with Destructive Pylon. So if you're using Destructive Pylon, you may not get, it may not be worth it to put Power Pylon on the walls. But this is definitely far from an efficient setup. I just kind of loaded up and went today. Well, nobody's asking any questions there, Red Ghoul. Gotta have questions before you can have answers, you know? Yeah, I got one. It's not 100% ideal, but that was what I was looking for. I just think that's just the coolest looking weapon in the game. Thing looks awesome. Little animations on it and whatnot. Just really cool. Thanks, Sarah Connor. I appreciate it. Yeah, this would just hold up on its own. All I'd really have to do is get kill rollers. What's going on there, Xeno? I might actually even, well, I'm probably not going to have time to sneak in anything else, but I will get the next vote started for whatever side series is going to come after Star Wars Battlefront 2's campaign. I'll get that started as soon as I start on the Star Wars stuff. Mikey C, what up? Long time no see. Long time no Mikey C. Oh, Malthus never stood a chance. No, your gear, everything will stay the same. Possessed. What everybody's talking about with the gear going is it's a system called Ancient Power, which is like prestiging. And then your gear will get reset. But you choose to prestige. Pardon me. Or use the Ancient Power. That's a choice that you make. It's not something where your gear is just going to be gone. What's going on there, Simon B? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Well, I mean, if you're in the C7 stage, Tristan, why not do all your heroes? You know. You know, no need to do just one. If you're there, do them all, you know. But it's up to how much grind you want to put into. Poor little ogre. Man, the mobility from the gun witch, I do miss it. Anything particular that I want? Not really, to be honest with you. I just want the new game mode. There's little quality of life things. I'd love to see some changes to the Dryad and the Initiate. As far as, like, requiring 2 clicks to, like, throw down stars or whatever on the Dryad. I think that would be awesome. But nothing as far as real, you know, basic quality of life that I'm looking for, to be honest. Light Rain and Omni, Jay, welcome. Speed farming C7 tonight. Gonna be doing putting a little of the grind in, huh, Light Rain? Well, we just got the 1 bag space thing. There, Omni. I mean, more bag space is always good. I'm hoping Dryad trees get completely changed. I don't like them in their current form at all. I'd rather have them be like an aura that you throw down. I mean, I don't like the fact that you have to put something else down to build any Dryad defenses. But I could live with that if the tree was like an aura or whatever. Yeah, they've already announced there's going to be a dev stream this Friday, could I? So we will definitely get some more info. I hear this weekend, no doubt about it. Friday at 12 noon Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Well, I can't really help you there, Maz. If your account got reset, you need to be talking to Trendy, not me. I can't do anything about it. You need to submit a support ticket to Trendy if something happened there. They can load up one of your save files or whatever. Tuskar and an ogre. They're all gone. They're all gone now. I was hoping to get one snipe off there. Jay's always a little late to the party there. Just now starting to like the EV2 per time charge. You think for someone who was such a huge Flash fan that they would arrive to things a little quicker. Just kidding, Jay. Yeah, the EV2 is awesome. No doubt about that. I wish the EV2 had a little bit better health scaling. You'd think, you know, being a robot and all, it'd be a real tough girl. But no, she's a little squishy. What do we want to do here? Just Weapon Man again. Do meta builds. Meta builds, meta builds. Just what you guys want to see. Me spam more R's and weapon manufacturers. Sorry, y'all. A little bit of a slow grind today. I slept in too late. Guess depends on how you look at it. To me, it felt like not late enough. But to the clock, it was definitely too late. Let's see. Let's just do that, I think. Actually, we got enough DU left probably to do that too. I'm looking for the new game mode. I'm hoping that they fix obelisks, because if not, it's going to completely break the new game mode. But besides that, I mean, I don't really have a wish list of things. My wish list is the new game mode. So I'm pretty happy it's coming. I don't have enough. I only got 40 left. Crap. A little too much there on the flame R's, I believe. It's alright. We got 60 more DU coming. So I'll just stay on the monk. Wait and collect up some mana here and slap down the rest of this build. Go with one right there. The same deck, I believe it. Yeah, it's the pole armor I've been looking for there, Jay. Finally got a decent one. It's not the best out there, but it looks cool enough where I don't mind. Inside the spawn. It's alright, I'll just let him come out. There we go. That lane, I don't really care for that lane either. This lane over here just seems almost pointless. I mean, I don't see many people put more than one flamer at a wall there. Or one fisher at a wall, or one anything in a wall, really. Gets the job done on that lane. Exclamation loot in chat there. Swifty will give you an overview of how the loot system works. That all the funny loot gating system that's in the game now will Onslaught is going to be changing that. Now it'll stay the same in Trials for right now, but Onslaught loot is going to be based off of what floor you're on. And that'll be nice. It'll be a lot less confusing for newer players or returning players. I'm hoping there's actually a lot of returning players. I think this new Onslaught mode will bring a bunch of the old vets back to at least check it out. I think they'll at least want to come back and look at the new system. Nah, there's going to be a gating system in for that, minders. You won't be able to join on someone on a higher floor than what you've cleared already, including your Steam friends list. It will just boot you out of the match. It'll let you in for a second, I bet, and then it'll kick you, or it might just pop up and say no. But yeah, carries will actually be even less than they were with trials, and of course we know with trials carries didn't really work unless you had a big long day to spend getting carried. I mean, they worked for the carryee, but not the carrier. Huh. I didn't think that was going to work. It actually got the assassins off me. That's kind of cool. Old Gribs. Yeah, I mean, if someone up higher can go down to a lower floor, but that's not really getting carried. I mean, say you're on floor 10 and I'm on floor 5, you can come back down to floor 5 and help me do it. But on the same note, if I'm on floor 5, I should have enough gear to do floor 5 myself, so you know, hopefully. So yeah, I mean, someone higher will be able to come back down and play at a lower level. Not anytime soon there, Caleb. Especially with the new system. My guess was correct back when I stopped playing on the consoles about how the grind would be too intense. And that indeed looks like the case. There's just not going to be the potential for someone to grind on multiple different platforms and get through the system. It would just require way too many hours. Alright, minders, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by. But the thing you got to think about with that whole someone in a higher tier going back down, it actually is not in their best interest to do so. So unless you got someone who is a good friend, I mean, to expect someone to come down to a lower level and get less XP and no loot compared to what they are getting is asking a little much, you know? No, not really, Storm. Those builds all still work. They don't have the stun, but I mean, common sense would tell you to swap it out for the stun shard. But, so I don't plan on changing those. That, and I mean, it's going to be all about Onslaught here come a few more days, so I won't really be doing, other than just screwing around having fun, I won't really be doing any more tutorials on Trials. I think Trials is going to get a whole heck of a lot less play here starting next week. I might be wrong. The stun was removed from Heavy Cannonball. But you can actually still use it and add the stun fire shard, and then that puts the stun back on. I mean, it's not 100% like Heavy Cannonball was, but it still does CC pretty well. Well, they originally talked about how they had the brackets set already to do Chaos 8 through 10, and those still may end up coming, you know. I mean, they'll have to do something else eventually. You know, Onslaught, although, you know, it's endless progression and go as high of a floor as you want and all that stuff, they'll eventually want to change the gear caps just to allow people to push higher and higher. Yeah, in a lot of cases, I'm sure friends will play a lot less together there, Mama. Well, they've already said that the prestige buffs will stack within a group, so that's the incentive to play together. You know, you can push to higher floors. I mean, let's be honest anyway, until, you know, not everybody here, but there's quite a few endgame grinders here right now. It's not going to take us that long to get back, you know, after we prestige, to get back to doing Chaos 7 again. You know? So we're still going to be playing together. It's a matter of, we're all going to end up coming to the same conclusions on caps, I would guess. You know, there will be a floor that just gets very difficult to do. So, I mean, there will be endgame possibilities, I think. Oh, I'd love to see that there, Jay. Hopefully there is some kind of, I'm hoping, well, I guess now I don't really care about the double XP, but I still wouldn't complain about the double XP. Yeah, got the 2,500 there, Cookie Bencher. It cracks me up. You haven't played in so long, and you're still way up there in the ranks. Same thing with Joe. Joe hasn't played in ages, and he's still, like, in the top 50 or whatever. Let's see here. Yeah, you're still, I think you're still like top 20 or whatever. No one's caught you. Or, I mean, obviously some people have caught you, but not as many as you would think. I'm spending too much per lane here, aren't I? Or no, I guess it's good with just that. Nah, there's no double XP right now, Austin. You'd rather see more on YouTube? Well, I mean, I plan on obviously streaming a ton to YouTube, but I'm going to be streaming a lot. Like, I mean, next week I'll probably have multiple days where I stream over 10 hours. Let's see. 110 left. Let's go. Not very good coverage on that one, but whatever. Sure to work. I'd love to see something like that, though. I mean, an XP boost, especially if it... I mean, it's good to have. You know, the gold, double gold, and stuff like that is not as valuable, in my opinion, as the double XP weekends are. Alright, on board, enjoy. It's called increased nodes, I believe, or node increase. I'm not using it right now, that's why I'm only going with the 3. There's my weapon mans. The crit damage could be way higher, but if you look at my attack damage, it's 171k. It's because I'm using that mass destruction on it. Double gold and double XP? Yeah, that'd be awesome. What's going on there, Kahind? Sorry for the slaughtering of your name. Yeah, well, next Tuesday, Cookie Binger, December 12th. Onslaught, the new Onslaught system's coming back. It's the ideal time to come back in and play. To be honest with you, right now, coming back in, you'll probably get bored pretty quick. But if you want to just kind of get a feel for everything again. But the 12th, it's on. Prestige system, Onslaught mode. Who knows what else. We will see. But it's definitely good timing. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Mama. Yeah, you got mastery to do there, Cookie. That'll get you some fancy new shards. You can do exclamation patch in chat there, Jay, and it gives you the link to Trendy's blog post with all the info we know so far. Kinda. Alright. Sorry, man, sorry. I can remember Kinda, I promise. I won't massacre your name forever. The Flash profile pic. Oh, I didn't even notice. Well, by all means, let me know if you need any help with anything there, Cookie. If you hop back in and start playing again, love to see you come back. This is without a doubt, I think, my least favorite Chaos 7 map. Or nah, I can't say that. It's got to be Nimbus Reach. Just so tired of doing Nimbus Reach. Now watch, you know I'm going to get stuck in a loop on Onslaught, and it's going to be all Nimbus Reach. I might want to check check the server there, Liberty Storm. Maybe it got you switched to another server or something. I'm getting some lag spikes today with a little bit of rubber banding like that, but overall I haven't really had any. Exclamation loot in chat there, Turtle Squad. I'll get you a link. Inside the bubble? Or nah? Mouthies can get wrecked. There we go. Yesterday I didn't look at loot all day. I just sell. Didn't bother looking at anything. And I felt terrible about it. How do you not go look at the shinies when they drop, you know? Forgot about Ulsa Kellyan over there. Alright, Cookie, have a good one. Batman is constantly carbo loading. Well, he wouldn't be carbo loading so much if the Flash didn't keep showing up with all these sandwiches. doing what he does best, you know, delivering lunch. The game basics aren't really changing there, Turtle Squad. There's just a new game mode getting added. Trials actually won't be getting changed at all. They'll be remaining exactly the same. Got 2 Slickelions? Yeah, I guess so. At least they lined up nice for me. That was very kind of them. The Zapper made it somewhere. Got hit. Oh yeah, it was just Zapper. He didn't do much. 6,000 damage or whatever. Let me try. Oh, didn't hit the button in time. I'm gonna say I wanted to try the Broomnado for assassin removal, but I didn't lay it down nowhere near in time. Flaking Hawk. Oh, another Slickelion. That's wave 5 now, though. Doesn't matter. I would go ability power if you're just coming up through the system on your EV2. Proton Charge is beast. Ability power, hero crit, and hero health is what I use on it. But if you're below Chaos 5, you won't even need the hero health. Once you get to Chaos 5, hero health becomes definitely becomes an important thing. Oh, you just got 2,000 gems from Black Friday sales. Well, you've already got all the heroes there, I'm assuming. Awesome. I would save because we know there's a bunch more cosmetics coming to the game. And see if there's anything you like there. We don't know what they are yet, though. But we do know that stuff will be coming on Tuesday with the update. I personally would save up for that. I've got the same. I've got 600 gems from that inventory, the new inventory bundle thingy. But I've been saving those. I wish I had 2,000 like you do. Same could be said for lots of heroes there, Fisk. I mean, I personally like DPSing on the monk. But, I mean, you could say lots of different heroes are all that's needed for boss killing, really. Well, I'm not on my Mystic, am I? The wings threw me off. And here I was going to place a wall there. There we go. %70 full. Good lord. Filling up fast. Yeah, let me just... Well, I'll put a LSA down here. Help out with the Lady Orcs and whatnot. Did I put a Skyguard over there? Yeah, okay. I do like using extra nodes, or increased nodes, though. Actually, it's for just grinding, in my opinion, it's better. Because then you don't need to place anything else. You can just slam as many nodes as the DU will allow in front of each entrance and call it good. You know, a couple of straggler lady orcs will get by and just blast them in the face. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Let's go like that. How much am I got? I got 210 left. That's enough to do a little bit still. Well, I guess the obvious choice would be something like that. I think this lane will be fine. Actually, I'll throw my other 50 into this lane. Yeah, but nothing clears a lane like proton charge, though. No doubt about that. Just so strong. It's all really a matter of opinion there, Swifty. You can make them all work. I personally like the monk the best, but that's just my opinion. I know very knowledgeable people about the game that would tell you that the Squire is the best DPS out of the original four. But it's, you know, it's all based on how you like to play and everything else. You can make them all work. So there we go. Here's another lightning R spot. Getting it done here. I'm just gonna G through everything. Yeah, the monk does shine very brightly, no doubt about it. So, Omni, did you break down and get C blocks going yet to check it out? I debated on it the other night, but then I got on that Ascension grinder. Yeah, the Flamey Bird is awesome. Yeah, you don't want one of those coming back from you with a geode, that's for sure. And here I'm on the... I never went back to my gun witch. Ooh, got the snipe off just in time. What do we got going here? We got a glitched out Drago. I think switching heroes will solve that. Yeah, there we go. Kingdom Rush. Still amazes me you haven't played any Defense Grid or Defense Grid 2. Ooh. There's a couple of good or decent looking tower defense games out there though that came out like in the last 6 months. There's that Xenomorph defense. There's Legion 2, I think. We should only be what? Or I guess it's only December. What is today? It's only December 5th. Probably 2.5 weeks away from the Steam sale, the Steam holiday sale, I would guess. I know the dates were leaked, but I don't remember exactly what it was. Yeah, Defense Grid 2 is an awesome game. I mean, the Defense Grid franchise, as far as just straight up tower defense goes, I think they're some of the best tower defense games made. I wish they wouldn't have taken this VR route. I think the next several things that come out of Hidden Path will be VR related. They jumped on that VR bandwagon with a lot of other companies. I would love to see a Defense Grid 3 though. I would play that, no doubt about it. Yep. Alright. Dude doesn't want to come out. Maybe should have threw a reflect in front of this wall. I still haven't played through Xmorph anymore, but that's something I'll probably potentially do. This upcoming week I'm going to stream some different stuff. Now that I got to, you know, my goal was to get to 2500 Ascension before the update, and got that, so I don't really have any aspirations to go any higher until we find out what the new system is going to be like. Yeah, that game would definitely be better co-op. Sanctum 3, I just hope it's not like Sanctum 2. I liked Sanctum so much better than I enjoyed Sanctum 2. But that's definitely a another strong tower defense franchise. It was just, in my opinion, Sanctum 2 was just too player-oriented. It took so much of the tower defense out of it, and it seemed like the defenses were just not a huge help. Other than creating a maze, the defenses themselves just seemed meh, in my opinion. Well, if you're in C3 gear, you don't have to farm C2 there. Zeno? Head on up. We got any shinies over here? Nope, no shinies. What's that? There's 5. It's not terrible. I mean, obviously, I'm not doing any sort of speed grinding here, but stream's been live for 55 minutes. So that's, what, 11 minutes a run, including loading screens and everything. Super, definitely by no means speedy. Oh, and I spoke too soon. Now I get the longest map to do. I'll show you. I'll do the super AFK build on this map. There's just so much mana that, I mean, how do you not just go ham with it? You can just have so many different defenses up. Something like that, maybe. We still got leftovers. I'll throw a flame arrow right there too. I think that lane will be AFKable. I'm confident of it. Oh, this is the 2000 DU AFK build, Jay. It requires extra AFK. Additional AFK-ness required. Not only are you not allowed to touch your keyboard, but you must stand at least 3 meters away. Let's see here. Get some Weapon Man action going. Let's see, let's go with a lightning strike back there, and we'll go with a flame up front. Yeah, let's even go with another flame up front. This lane is just one of those ignore it lanes. No bosses come out of it. Let's see. Add a Weapon Man in for flavor. Yeah, it should handle it. Grab the rest of this mana here real quick. Wall repairs are a thing, you know. Wall repairs are going to be even, you know, if you're talking about pushing forward in onslaught mode, your walls are going to take damage. It's going to go back to a wall repair based meta. You're going to have, I mean, to push it as far as you can go in onslaught, you're going to have damage back on your walls. That's just gonna be a thing for sure. Crap, did I forget the reflect beam here? I did. Here we go, and that leaves me what? 320. So why don't we start off with a sand in the middle for the destructive pylon. And then go something like that. Something like that. And that leaves 60 left for something like that. And then I believe everything is just going to die. Let's see. I'll at least fly around and check things out. Everything's definitely dying there. Down here is just ridiculous. So, I mean, everything's going to die there. In fact, I don't even think anything... I don't even think a Lady Orc will make it past. And get the Cobalt aggro from the flyers, too, as you saw there. It's a prestige system, Exemplode. You have to make the decision to prestige or not. Nothing will change on your account when you log back in. If you don't want to prestige, you don't have to. I'll be prestiging, hopefully on day one. Want to see if that's possible or not. I'll be prestiging lots of times. I'm going to try to... You know, we just don't have the info to know exactly how the system's going to work, but I'm going to prestige as many times as it takes to get to whatever the max in-game status is in the game, for sure. Jay, you were watching the dev stream and everything 2 weeks ago, weren't you? Just exclamation patch in chat will give you a link to what we know so far. We'll find out more this Friday. We don't really know exactly. We know that your gear is going to get either go away or get reset. We know you'll keep your shards, gold, and defender medals. And you will exchange your ascension for something. But we don't know yet. Prestige is the generic term there, Jay. It's definitely there, though. They're calling it ancient power, and so, I mean, every company's got to have their own name. Call of Duty locked up the term prestige, I think. So, you know, I mean, everybody's got to have their own name. What's going on there, Glitter Ace? That's not Glitter Goose, is it? From back before? Oh, I'll be, like I said, I'm going to be live streaming a lot. Lots and lots of hours. I don't think the new system is going to require a ton of tutorials, but I will do tutorials on whatever the system is. Yeah, stuck. There we go. Something pushed pretty hard down here, it looked like. I saw a red dot. Let me look at this wall down here. Or no, the wall didn't actually take... Doesn't look like it took any damage unless I repaired it and didn't realize. But there was a red dot. Looked like it was right about here. The first set of wings, I think, is the third set of stars. It's based off of your stars, not your chaos tier. So, like, say you get, you know, 40 or 50 stars from every tier, you still can get them. It's a learning curve there, Brynhilde. You just gotta, you change your defenses up for every chaos tier. Your builds from Chaos 4 theoretically shouldn't work in Chaos 5 unless you were using flamethrowers and ramsters. Those still work, but Chaos 5 you need to switch over to projectiles or to tower type defenses. You don't have to, but you should. Exclamation spotlights in chat there, Chris. I'll get you a link. Oh, there it is. Light rain's all over it. Yep. Got a siege roller down here. Didn't even realize. Junky. Yeah, Sparkle Party rolls on any Gatto pet. Oop, I forgot I was supposed to give this map extra AFK. So much for the extra AFK, huh? I think bosses are still here for wave 5. I'll at least give them AFK time. Yeah, people weren't, that didn't seem very interested in them, to be honest, Simon. I did everything's there on the channel, at least from doing it, except for Chaos 7. I had a bunch of family in town and couldn't stream or record, but they said the people don't seem overly interested in Mastery. I think I mean, if you look at the numbers just off the leaderboard, of course you can't see on the PC, but the other platforms, I mean, just not hardly anyone even bothered to try to complete them all. Warframe looks like an awesome game. Exempload. The problem is it's another grind game, and it's just a matter of having enough time to grind. Yeah, I told people to to put in requests for any tough maps, and I got a few requests, and I did those maps, but no one did, really, to be honest with you. I originally planned on doing every map all the way through, but it was like I did all of C1 and most of C2, and it just took an enormous amount of time, and people didn't seem to really be interested. So I didn't want to spend a ton of time making the vids when no one cared, you know. People aren't going to watch them, no point in making them. Let's see, what do we want to do? We got a lot of DU on this one too. Well, I'll stick with the AFK builds. Allow me to read chat a little bit more. On my standard AFK setup, I moved the Lightning Strike aura back. Now this map's got so much DU, it's not a concern, but on some of the maps where the DU is tight, it allows you to get a little better wall coverage for the full AFK. Then I moved these lanes down to the bottom of the stairs, which I hate to do, because this right here is just a huge leak. If the wall gets pushed, stuff's just going to run right past him. Yeah, this is a extra AFK build too. It's just, you know, I've been grinding the last few days, so easiest way to do that is to find a way to automate it. Come on, Blitz, leave me alone. The kitty cat wants attention, and he wants it now. See, what do we got left? 260? It's actually quite a bit, huh? I did volcano walls, Simon, and then I ran, all I did was stay, I did a turtle build with volcano walls, and then I stayed, pretty much down below and didn't go up to the upper platform, and I ran around, I DPS'd on the Abyss Lord, and all I did was, target geodes the whole time. I feel like I missed something. I mean, it was by no means easy, but that was the easiest way I found to do it. I actually did it on my second try, solo, but I had put several group attempts in already. Man, my voice is just shot today. I think the easiest way to do it would be to do the exact same thing, but spam obelisks instead of volcanoes. We all know the state of obelisks right now. But I didn't want to do the obelisks, yeah. Or like Mutt says right there. I mean, if you don't mind using multiple obelisks, that's clearly the easiest way to do it. I mean, they're so wildly bugged out. They're not bugged, but you know what I mean. They're just sploity. I think the overall straight up easiest way would be to use obelisk walls, so use like 6 obelisks, 2 on each lane, turtle it up top, and then just fill in the rest with your remaining DU, and then just run around on that like midsection at the top of the ramps and just wreck everything. I think that would definitely be the easiest way. Wow, man, the cat's just letting me have it here today. He's meowing like crazy. Yeah, 3 in each lane would be even better. I mean, the more you use, if you use 6, you can break the DPS meter. If you're doing it solo. Of course, if you're in a group, then the buffs are going to get split. But just with 6 obelisks, you can go into negative damage, which means you're over 2 billion DPS. So, I mean, if you're willing to use more than that, the more you use, the easier it's going to be. I mean, that's... In fact, if it wasn't for the geodes, if you just spammed as many obelisks as you could fit in after you got the other requirements in, you could probably semi-AFK it. Just geodes would be the only thing that gave you a problem there. I was thinking like semi-AFK with right-click Mystic spam. Just hold down your right mouse button and just let it go. It would be just an absurd amount of damage bouncing around the map. You'd probably be doing like 200 or 300 million in our auto-targeting bouncing DPS. 200 or 300 million, I meant. I'm not sure what I said. But the main thing with volcanoes, the route I took on that map, it was all about the geodes. No doubt about it. So that's all I targeted the whole time. I ignored bosses, I ignored everything. If there was a geode on the map, I just went right after the geode. And I mean, it wasn't pretty. I'm not gonna lie. But I was able to complete it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, Mystic DPS is just so beast. And especially if you know, I mean, just right-clicking, you do, you know, just holding down right-click, you get that auto-targeting bouncing DPS. But, like, if you're like me, and you've got a keyboard that allows for running macros, you can double the output. Yeah, you can hit geodes. If the first shot won't hit them much, but the bounce will. The bounce will go through, or it appears to anyway. I'll have to try that sometime without anything to kill the geodes and test it. But it looks to me like if it's the initial shot shooting at them, it won't go through. But if it's the bounce, it will. I'm not 100% on that, but that's just what it kind of looks like. That'd be an interesting little test to do. I'd have to bust out all the obelisks. Actually, I'm going to delete a bunch of my mystics, so I'm assuming that the obelisk issue will be fixed before Onslaught. If not, it'll completely break Onslaught. It'll allow you to push to ridiculously high floors. Oh yeah, I forgot. More AFK. That's what happens when you just start, that's what, you know, what makes the Gun Witch fun to me is 8 shots per second. Spamming the 8 shots per second. Gotta have it. There, Jay. I'll sit through this wave just for you. Won't do anything. I'll even get a drink. Well, I mean, take a drink. I've got a drink already. But I assure you, this is full on AFK. In fact, you don't even have to upgrade if you're playing solo. Once you get all the placements down, I had Nimbus Reach. There's a couple of sketchy wall placements where if you only use one, the wall placement's got to be almost perfect. But besides that, I mean, yesterday I didn't do any upgrades or anything. I just built, hit G, and watched more Game of Thrones. Oop, I'm not supposed to be doing anything. That's right. Let me just stand over here and die over and over. See, I constantly forget. No running around. Gotcha. AFK is AFK. Let's see, there's the roller. He's just about down. And that's pretty much it for it. It's hard. Oh, what do we got there? We got some little sneaky guys coming through there. Oh my, Skyguard got hit. I don't see that very often. Anyway, I'll just let it fly again through the rest of the map. I won't bother with any more upgrades or anything. I don't... On the reflect beams, is that what you're talking about, Mutt? I don't use double range on them. When you actually look at the stats, you just get so little out of the defense rate. Or out of the deadly strikes. The defense rate. You get so little out of the deadly strikes. Now, deadly strikes by itself is just junk in it. But getting the 40% of the 2250 or whatever it is really good. I'm using... I want to say I'm using Vicious Power Transfer and Defense Crit Damage. I'll look after the wave here. Fat loots are dropping. Oh, the range on them isn't going to be as much, but it's enough. It's 800. Oops, I'm supposed to be just standing and dying. That's right. I keep forgetting. Just come on and kill me, assassins. I don't mind. I mean, you can go either way. Like I said, it's not a matter of, you know, obviously they both get the same victory screen. But I just like to guarantee the roller kill. And you can, you know, with going with just the Vicious and get more power on them, makes it so you don't have to upgrade it all, and it guarantees you the roller kill. Let me see. Yeah. Defense crit, power transfer, and vicious. No good there. Alright, I'll knock one more map out here, and then I'm gonna take off. Gotta go to the store and whatnot. And I gotta go to the post office. Going to the post office in December. Oh man. Just the thought of it. There's going to be a line all the way out the door of people shaking their packages. Alright, give me that gold. I'm not even going to look at any of this stuff. Hey, you don't have to do it. The wife giving me the small violin fingers. About having to go to the post in December. There we go. Good enough. I'll do it with no upgrades this time. No, I'm still gonna jump around because I can't stop not jump. I can't. I got to jump around. I think I can actually fit one more R down here. Oops, I left a little of the juice up here. Move this down a little bit further. I didn't notice really having any problems with cobalts in the previous days, but I betcha I'm doing something different. I think I know what I did. I doubled on the flamers up top here, I think. Gave a little bit more flyer killing power. Something like that, I think, is what I've been doing. And then an LSA to close the deal. That actually still leaves me a lot for that other lane. Let's just do it up here. There we go. Now there won't be any flyer issues at all. One flamer, one LSA, and that leaves me perfect for the wall. So actually, I say no upgrades, but I am going to use the 300 DU that's left, or the 300 mana that's left, and put it into these. That's what I didn't do last time. But now, I should just be able to chillax. I mean, I will die from assassins and rollers and whatnot. Actually, must fly around. But I won't contribute. I won't do any repairs or upgrades from this point. Anything else going to come out of the bottom? Maybe not. See these cobalts now. They should get wrecked as soon as they get into that flame aura. Yeah, there we go. And just about there. But the only difference between that and full AFK is full AFK I usually just park over here. The assassins will kill me, but the roller shots won't get you. And you can just chillax over there. But the rollers will get owned. They'll kill you, but they won't kill your core. So, eventually they will die. Gunwitch is really fun. That's the biggest thing, to be honest with you, that the Gunwitch brings. I mean, she's effective DPS, of course. But she's just super, super fun. Here's a roller. So we get unupgraded Tier 1 roller kill commencing. You just have to wait for it, sadly. It's got to get all the way through that proton beam so that the reflect is at its tail. There it goes there. One more. There it is. So I mean, you do have, it takes a while. It's definitely not the quickest build, but, you know, tough to combine quick and AFK. Just so you see, tier 1. Yeah, Ascension is account-wide, Tyler. It's not character-specific. So your Ascension level is based on your account, you know, where you're at in the account. So any hero that gets to 50 has instant access to all those Ascension points. It does make, I mean, AFK builds are not supposed to be entertaining or fun, because the whole point of doing it AFK is you're doing something else. So, like, I know this is just insanely boring to watch, but this basically was my last 2 days, and I watched Game of Thrones. Made it back through the first 2 seasons and a little bit of season 3. Over the last 2 days. Come on, roll a die. How far is it in? Yeah, see, it's right at the sweet spot now. Just need those reflects to get to it. Got to get to the end. I've got access to a streaming service for the military. My son is in the military, and I use his streaming account. But they've got all kinds of good stuff. I don't like how much damage that wall took, but I did say I was going to leave it AFK. Or leave it unupgraded in AFK. So obviously I'm not AFK, I'm running around, but it's not doing anything. I'm not sure, Dan. We need to get more info before we can really make that deciding factor, I think. I'm not going to really worry about any more Ascension. I mean, I'll get more Ascension, of course. We still have another week. I'll probably end up going up to 2600 or whatever over the course of the week just from natural play. But I'm not going to worry about grinding it out. Oh, the Ogre's got no chance. He's just going to get blowed up. Yeah, he didn't even make it to the end. Oh, the assassins. Yeah, I started watching The Flash there, Jay. I just gotta make it through season 1. I'm so far behind on The Flash. Oh yeah, that wall got chewed up. I'm gonna end up losing that wall here, which usually doesn't happen. But something made it through there and wrecked it. But I'm gonna let it fly and see if it will survive wave 5 here. With no repairs, no upgrades. I don't think it's going to survive wave 5. Oh, that's what it is. There's hex throwers on that lane. They're what's wrecking it up. Man, Lady Orc doesn't help either. I needed to move those reflect beams a little bit to the left, I think, and then it would have survived. Is it gonna live? I think it'll live. It's got 600,000 left. I mean, one big pack can resolve that and make it so that lane definitely does not live, but That's a video I gotta redo, really, as my overall opinion has changed there, Narcello. But Dragolich is definitely the best pet in the game. I mean, I don't think anyone would deny that. It's just, as far as just all around, straight up, the best overall pet, Dragolich is definitely it. Yeah, you're right at the end of this one, Frog Killer. Sorry, man. Alright, Viper's Fang's down. So, I ended up losing it. Gribbs took it down, so I didn't get the full AFK no upgrades like promised. But that lane placement there got me. Or that reflect beam placement got me because the hex throwers were throwing past. Where if I would have moved the reflect beams a little bit further that way, that wouldn't have been an issue. Fail. Well, I didn't want to cheese it there much. I try to do no cheese on my streams. If I don't have a big old slab of cheddar on the thumbnail, then I try to keep the cheddar away. But what's up, Blitz? Blitz coming to say hi. Let me just jump right off the edge. Leave me alone there, kitty. All over me. Twinkie, what up? Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for today. I've got to get to the post before they close in 30 minutes. And get some of the real life stuff going today. Of course, December 12th, next Tuesday. I'm going to do the first day. I don't know if I'll have the first day on Twitch or on YouTube. We'll have to see. But I will let everybody know in advance where it's going to be. And, of course, in true update day fashion, it will be a very, very long day. No doubt about it. But anyway, thank you all a ton. I do appreciate it very, very much. Light Rain, thanks for helping answer all the questions. But thank you guys for swinging by. And I will catch you next time around. Take it easy.